Hi guys, so today I wanted to come on and talk about the full moon in Leo happening on Saturday. So I don't know, the energy has been kind of weird for me personally. I'm not sure how it's been for you guys. Hopefully it's been a bit more smoother. But I still want to come on here and give and pour. I like to give. I like to pour into others the best that I can. I'm not perfect. I may not have it all together, but I try my best to pour as much as I can and how I'm able to. And tarot card reading is one of those things that I like to do, just to give, knowing that I used to be in a dark space in my life, and I could have used people telling me, giving me advice and reassuring me, and I had to find out on my own. So I know how valuable that can be, and that's why I love doing this. So yeah, I feel like ranting a little bit. I'm a little emotional but I'm still trying to give this to you guys raw and as I am. But I want to talk about the full moon in Leo and just tap into the energy as far as what we may be experiencing leading to the full moon, and what the full moon is ending in our lives. Because the full moon is all about the time where you're getting ready to go into this new journey. So it's where you've accumulated a lot of energy and you need to release. So shadow work is best around this time. Freaking how do you call it? Shadow work, Reiki, listening to high vibrational music, high vibrational sounds can be extremely useful around the full moon, okay? Because it's intense energy. A lot of people die on the full moon. A lot of things end on the full moon. But let's see what we got. All right, now when it comes to this full moon, we have deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences, okay? So with this card right here is basically focusing on our emotions. So this full moon is going to trigger emotions, wounds that we've had for a while now that we didn't really know was there, is going to be exposed. So a lot of things from the past life, whether it's past experiences that you've had that influence you to think how you think now, or to feel how you feel now. Just being more self-aware in general of your emotions and like certain things about yourself. This full moon is going to bring clarity and expose that. So emotions can be running extremely high around this time. A lot of like I said, shadow work and getting to know your own inner demons and battling with your own self. So this full moon is calling you to tap into those in-depth emotions, however vulnerable it may be, however wild and extreme it may be, as long as you're not harming anybody. Allow yourself to feel that, whether it's you being extremely sad, extremely emotional. Allow yourself to sit in those feelings and just acknowledge it. You're human. You do go through different emotions, and with society and how everything is, it puts a lot of weight on our emotions. Sometimes we can kind of restrict ourselves from fully feeling because of how it may be perceived by other people, or how it may be misinterpreted, how it may be treated. So you have to remember to be calm with yourself and not expect everybody to kind of get where you're coming from. but as long as you understand where you're coming from and you're actually doing the work to get out of that space, if it's not, you know, benefiting you, that's all that matters. But you are being called to tap into those unknown feelings, those deep emotions, and, you know, kind of go back in the past and, you know, kind of, you know, reminisce and think on those past influences and how they may have treated you, you know, past people, you know, past things that you may have involved yourself with, and how it made you feel and what it did for you, compared to the space that you're in now. Learn the lessons, apply the lessons, and let go of anything else that no longer serves you. But this is about using your emotion to help you create something much more for yourself. Okay, this full moon is also gonna call for us to reflect. We have duality, which says many meanings and misunderstanding. So there may be a lot of misunderstandings around this time, like people misunderstanding you. You may be misunderstanding certain things, you know, misinterpreting, if that's how you say it, certain things, because like I said, emotions are running extremely high around this time. It may be a bit of instability. I'm sorry if I'm messing my word up, but unstable energy, whether it comes to you from your relationship, emotions, you know, finances, whatever the case may be. This can play out differently in your life depending on what you may be going through. Also make sure to check where you have Leo at in your chart. This may be the area of your life that may be affected, the planet and the houses, stuff like that. You know, can kind of give you an idea of where this may play out in your life, so you can get prepared and, you know, you try to like kind of hold on strong, you know, because if you're on a roller coaster and it's going fast, you know, you don't want to fall off. You got to make sure that you buckled well. You make sure that you got everything right. Make sure that you're in the right state of mind. You don't panic too much so you don't make a mistake, you know. But we are most likely to make a mistake around this time, but it's all about learning from it. You know, if it's a small mistake, so, you know, understandable mistake, it's fine. If it's not, you know, don't be too hard on yourself. You know, just learn from it and do better next time. That's what life is all about. It's a learning experience. You know, can't be too hard on yourself for messing up. But yeah, this is about you gaining meaning of your life. Get a deeper meaning of what is going on in your life, why exactly do you do what you do, why you're involved into the things that you're involved. Yeah, learn the lesson. It's calling for you to reflect on things, reflect on what may be going on within you internally, why you may be acting the way that you're acting. Yeah, just reflect, you know. Have an open mind, you know, be open-minded to things, be open-minded to like external advice. Yeah, it's a lot of reflecting around this time, a lot of like learning. You may be distracted, or maybe holding on to things that no longer serve you, that you need to bring that to, holding on to something that you need to release, something from the past, something that has passed away, a chapter that has ended. But you've been called to move forward and apply all the lessons that you've learned along this journey, because I feel like you've been spending a lot of time learning, that you need to go out and experience. You need to have experience in life, and give yourself the best. Okay. And then we have speak up. Okay, so overall, speaking up can help you around this time. I know a lot of people are scared of opening up their mind, or opening up the emotions and being vulnerable, and, you know, just expressing, because of how it may be perceived by other people or the outcome of it. But, you know, at the end of the day, speaking up and letting your truth be heard, letting your feelings be known, matters a lot. It's better than you just holding on to it and allowing it to control you, and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, speak up, express yourself, and yeah, Also, closed mouth don't get fed. If you need help from somebody or you need assistance with something, you know, ask for help, ask for guidance. You do have a lot of support. You see how all those hands are behind you, are behind, just like rooting for you, supporting you, wanting you to do the best. But you focusing on, you know, what's ahead, on, you know, everything else around you. You're not really seeing all the support that you have in the back because of what you're paying attention to. But yeah, this is also about you standing in your power, speaking up, standing in your power. We have grief here, and we have, like, it's a pregnant lady. Somebody may be pregnant, or you may be getting pregnant around this time for some of you guys, or you may be pregnant with abundance or something that you're working on. There's also grief. There may be a loss, like pregnancy loss, or, you know, you grieving. So yeah, like I was saying, you guys, we have grief here, and with this grief card, you know, like, it's a loss. You're starting something, you're giving birth to something new, you're planting new seeds. That's gonna bring you security, that's gonna uplift you, and, you know, just bring you security. We do have the moon right here, but it's like the new moon, it's not the full moon. That means, like, pay attention to, like, you know, whenever the new moon comes, the next new moon is, I feel like something is gonna happen meaningful. There's gonna be like a separation or a loss, or, you know, a birth, just something new starting out. Okay, and then we have the star. Okay, and with the star card, it is calling you to pour onto others as you pour onto yourself. This is also Aquarius energy here, the water bearer. You know, being social, being humanitarian, but this is about you pouring onto others and pouring onto yourself. And, you know, you're focusing on just pouring and pouring. You're not really paying attention to anything else. You're just focusing on pouring and nourishing and giving life and just working on whatever you're working on. You know, you are the main character. This is the full moon in Leo. Okay, you are the main character. You are the start of the show. You are the start of your own story. You are the author of your own story. You are, you know, in the middle, and everybody else is watching you. Everybody else is, you know, learning from you and looking to you. And yeah, so just know that, and always remember that with whatever you may be going through, that you are the main character. You are the main one. Okay, whatever this may be, you are the main one with everything else around you. Okay, so yeah, keep that in mind. This full moon wants you to know that you are the main one. I don't know why I'm chewing my words right now, but yeah. And then we have the Hanged One. With the Hanged One, this is about patience. Okay, this is about you developing patience, you know, trusting, focusing more on, like, your how do you call it, your root chakra, your crown chakra, and maybe your root chakra, because we do have, like, red. She does have red pants on, but, you know, like, your crown chakra, and, you know, just focusing on your knowledge, your wisdom, everything that you're learning from you, being patient, you know, taking in all the information that you need for your business, for whatever it is, you know, just being patient with yourself, being patient with, you know, everything else. You know, it's calling you to slow down. You may also feel stuck. You may feel stuck, unable to move, but that's because you're being called to slow down and, you know, acknowledge what's going on around you and learn what you need to learn, you know. And then we have the Seven of Cups. With the Seven of Cups, I feel like this full moon is, you know, allowing you to gain more clarity on the things that you want in your life. It's calling you to reassess, you know, you want love, you want money, you want, you know, wisdom, knowledge, or this may be energies that may be around you, or that some of them is easy for you to have access to, others is not, you know. So you kind of have to be in alignment with the things that you want. If you want love, you have to be in alignment with love. If you want a good relationship, you have to be in alignment with what a good relationship is, and, you know, pouring into as you're being poured into as well. You know, if you want money, finances, you have to, you know, be aligned with it, be disciplined enough to gain the information that you need and do what you need to do in order for you to attain that. You know, whatever it is you want a situation to end, whatever it is, you have to be in alignment with it in order for it to, you know, manifest and align with you and become, you know. So yeah, this full moon is gonna shine a light on that, you know, for you to know and learn what you need to do in order for you to gain the things that you may want, or there may be things that may be presented to you in your life, and how you react depends on what exactly that you will attract. Depending on what you react, depending on how you act, what you react to, it will determine what you receive, whether it's love, whether it's a, you know, chaotic situation, whether it's finances, whether it's support, you know, whatever it is, it's all depending on what you do next. Okay, so make sure that you do things that are more in alignment with you, in alignment with truth, and, you know, in alignment with what exactly is that you want. Okay, and then last but not least, we have the moon card. Okay, this moon card amplifies things even more, because this is also Cancer energy. The moon, you know, is rules Cancer. So all my Cancers are going to be affected by this full moon. They are always affected by the full moon, is what I noticed, because my son has a Cancer moon. But, you know, with this Cancer energy, you know, diving into your emotions, again, being the center of your emotion, because again, it's the full moon in Leo. Leo is all about being the center stage, and the main character, the main one, you know, attentions, and, you know, stuff like that. There are Leos that don't like attention. It's the opposite of that as well. But, you know, the Leo energy is mainly about being the star of the show, because it's ruled by the sun, right? But it's going to be in a planet that is, you know, it's going to be in a space that in Cancer home. Basically, the moon is Cancer home, and the sun, and Leo is the sun home. But Leo is going to come into Cancer house, where Leo is all about being a main one and everything, but Cancer energy is the main one in that home, because it's all about the emotions, catering to one's emotions, and, you know, intense feelings, intuitions, wisdom, you know, chaotic energy, you know, chaotic emotion, feelings, stuff like that. And the Leo coming in, being the center of attention, that's going to bring a lot of you're going to be looked at as being extremely extremely chaotic, or extremely, you know, one way. So make sure that you you know, get a hold of your emotions, acknowledge how you feel, don't drown in your emotions to where as though you kind of run away from your responsibilities or your problems that you may not want to face them. Okay, don't get too lost in it. Don't allow your emotion to, you know, affect your judgment or blind you, or, you know, create chaotic manifest chaotic experiences in your life. Kind of get a hold of it, balance it out, and always strive to look for, you know, both perspective, or all perspective, or higher perspective on things before you make any decision. Okay, you are going to make mistake at time. It's okay for you to make mistake at time, but you have to be able to, you know, you can learn from your mistake, technically. Okay, I've been prolonging this for a while now. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is the energy of the full moon altogether. It's just a lot of scattered energy, just a lot of all over the place, emotion, bit scattered, thoughts all over the place. But it's about just grounding yourself. Not necessarily, no, I don't think this little energy is calling you to ground yourself. This little energy is calling you more so to acknowledge your feelings and feel them. Feel that shit, sit in it, and let it just, you know, let it go, you know, and focus on what matters the most. Focus on what you need to do right now. Don't focus too much on, you know, unnecessary things or lack of things. And, you know, keep your mind sharp, keep your mind on the prize. Know that you are the main character, know that you matter, and treat yourself accordingly. Okay, try not to get out of character or allow situations to get you out of character. Try to have control over your own emotions and thought. Your thought may run really rampant around this time, pushing you to, again, maybe act out of character or do something you might regret. So make sure that you think before you act. Okay, and if you have overwhelming feelings, try to like make sure you understand the depth of it and where it's coming from, you know, before you project it onto other people, or even before you're trying to, you know, ask for advice from anybody else outside of you. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your journey. Whatever choice you make is your choice at the end of the day, and that will create a, you know, whatever it will create. So make sure that you make the best choice for you. And yeah, that's it. That's your full moon in Leo reading. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll catch you next time.